Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano, and it is time for 2017's gift giving guide. That's way better, so much easier to do it without this helmet on. Guys, the time is here. It's the season of gift giving. Now, I know most people are going to have someone in their lives who likes Star Wars, or this video, actually, my real intention for this video is going to be for the parents, for the grandparents, for the aunts and the uncles who don't know what to get their kid, or you don't know what to get your cousin or your friend who likes Star Wars. This is going to be a little bit of something for everybody. It's going to be my top 10 Star Wars gifts for 2017. I'm going to make this a yearly thing. Let's start it off. Number 10 is going to be Star Wars Hot Wheels. Now, Mattel has been making these for quite a few years now, so there are a lot of different options to choose from. They make Hot Wheels ranging from character ships, meaning, well, they're cars, really, that look like Star Wars characters. In my hand, I've got Boba Fett and Bosk, and Boba Fett's got kind of a hot rod, and Bosk has this weird kind of ATV, I don't know, all-terrain looking vehicle. But they model them after the characters, and if that's not your thing, Hot Wheels also makes Carships. Now, they're not just cool to look at because they look like parts of the Star Wars universe, but these work on regular Hot Wheels tracks. This is perfect for anyone who loves Star Wars or loves just playing with Hot Wheels or collecting in general, because there are so many to choose from. Next up, number 9. Star Wars Force Link action figures. Now, new for 2017, as part of 2017's Force Friday, Hasbro has released a new line of action figures, and if you're not a stranger to the channel, you know all about them because I've reviewed pretty much every single one in existence. Now, what's neat about the Force Link, and those of you who are a little bit older might remember this with the Comtech back when Force Awakens came out, but this is a little device called a Force Link, and you turn it on, and you can put it up to a character,
Orders received. Direct hit.
and they'll make sound effects.
Trooper reporting for duty.
Not only that, though, but it also interacts with this large BB-8 playset, Star Wars vehicles, anything with the Force Link emblem on it. So far, over 30-plus action figures and vehicles are interactive with it.
Orders received.
Number 8, we're going to be looking at Star Wars Black Series highly articulated action figures. Star Wars Black Series action figures come in both 6-inch ranges and 3.75-inch scale. There's a nice little Akbar figure there. Now, these are all highly articulated. They're not your normal 5 points, but sometimes up to 12 points. We've got knees that move, ankles that can swivel, waists that move. And just look at the sculpt and paint job on these. These are top-notch action figures. They do range from about $13 for the smaller ones up to $20 to $25 for the larger figures. Now, if you are going to get Black Series figures for someone and you're not sure if they're collecting them, maybe find out first what scale they collect in, because the 3.75 action figures will fit in great with all the others, while the 6-inch may be just a bit too big. Number 7 is Uncle Milton's Star Wars Science line of toys. I'm personally a real big fan of these toys because not only are they like cool things to do, but they're actually mildly educational. They range from things like slime projects to learning about algorithms using the Jedi Holocrons. In fact, the Holocrons are my favorite of all the toys that I own because they're like a 20 questions game. It lights up, but then you can play 20 questions with it. And it's just, not only is it a cool display piece, but it's also fun Star Wars trivia, which is really, really cool. One of the more interesting products they make is a Jedi Crystal Laboratory and a Star Wars Ant Farm. Who would have ever thought there'd be a Star Wars Ant Farm? Number 6 is Star Wars Interactech action figures. The Star Wars Interactech line of toys is a series of 12-inch action figures that debuted in 2016 with Rogue One, where they released the Stormtrooper and the Shadow Trooper variant. Now, these are highly interactive action figures. They're not super detailed, they're super articulated, but this Stormtrooper, once he's turned on, he'll make both punching noises.
There's one. Set for stun. Move along.
And so you can put the gun in his hand. He'll even know that there's a blaster
All right, men. Load your weapons.
in his hand, and you can... You see what I'm saying? So these are perfect for the kid who really, really likes playing with their toys, likes banging them around, clanking heads, stuff like that, because they're a lot of fun. You can even make cool Wilhelm screams when they get thrown. Again, highly interactive figures. I recommend them for the younger kids who still really like to play, or even an adult who likes just a cool little something to bust out every once in a while and play with. This year, for The Last Jedi's release, they've come out with a Kylo Ren Interactech action figure, and he makes a lot of cool noises too.
The dark side.
He has an interactive helmet, removable lightsaber. See if I can get the lightsaber to... There you go. Lightsaber that actually lights up. Seriously, one of my favorite toys ever. Number 5, Star Wars Bladebuilders. Star Wars Bladebuilders is a series of lightsaber toys that are interconnectable using a series of adapters. Now, they've expanded the line to not just be replicas of regular Star Wars heroes, but we've got newer ones that are just more kind of generic looking, but still feel very Star Wars and have neat little effects to them. Kind of like this. When you pick up the lightsaber, it should play the Star Wars song. It's a lightsaber that plays the Star Wars song. That's pretty amazing. Not only does it do that, but it actually lights up. There you go. Now, in addition to being able to create your own crazy combinations of lightsabers, they've also started a new line within Bladebuilders, and these are highly detailed replica lightsabers, similar to like a Black Series, but kind of in the mid-range in price. But this is a Kylo Ren lightsaber. It's actually my favorite lightsaber toy that I own to date. It just lights up really well. It's got a nice glow to it. If you've got someone who's a fan of Kylo Ren or Kylo Ren's lightsaber, this is the toy to get them this year. Number 4, Star Wars books. The Star Wars universe is vast and expansive, and so is the selection of books that you can read. They range from novels leading into stories like we have the Road to the Force Awakens books. For this year, there's Road to the Last Jedi. So if you want to be caught up on all the stuff that's happened in between, definitely pick up some of those new books that have come out. You can also get stuff like just artwork books or even visual dictionaries. No matter what you're looking for, what age group, there's definitely a great selection on Amazon of books to find that'll suit anybody's needs. Number 3, Star Wars jewelry and accessories by ThinkGeek. Now, number 3 is more geared towards the lady fans of Star Wars because there's, like I said, in Star Wars, a little bit of something for everybody. Now, over on ThinkGeek.com, they do have a lot of really cool wearable accessories, ranging from purses, wallets, even cool women's t-shirts. But they've got like wrist bracelets. This one's themed to Rey. It's got a bunch of neat little charms. But the thing that I found the most impressive is this necklace. It's a Star Wars Galaxy necklace, and the little beads represent different planets. There's even little charms that are of Star Wars starships. If there's a lovely lady in your life who likes wearing fancy necklaces and looking all dolled up while still, supporting her nerdy side, this necklace is the way to go. Number 2, Star Wars t-shirts. Now, everybody wears t-shirts. Seriously, everybody wears t-shirts. Young, old, everybody likes a nice, comfy t-shirt. So for that Star Wars fan in your life, Amazon has the best selection that I found out of anywhere. I literally go shopping like every weekend looking for cool new Star Wars t-shirts. You may have noticed in this video, every time I've mentioned a new product, I had a new t-shirt on. There are a lot of really cool designs. Some of the best ones I found only on Amazon. I've looked in stores like Kohl's, Target, and Walmart, which I go to fairly regularly, and I haven't seen a lot of the same designs. Even for the upcoming movie Last Jedi, you can't find those in regular stores. Amazon is the place for your Star Wars t-shirt needs. Number 1, Star Wars Micro Machines. Now, of course, I saved my personal favorite for number 1, Star Wars Micro Machines. I think that you get the most bang out of your gift dollar with Star Wars Micro Machines. You seriously get so much out of one little playset. Specifically the ones from the late 90s, early 2000s. The ones for Force Awakens that came out in 2015 weren't as good or as feature-packed as some of the older models. But if you've got a Star Wars fan in your life who still likes toys, even if they're older, these are still really cool because you can just set it up on a shelf and it looks nice. But then whenever you want, you can open them up and there's a whole little micro world playset inside of there where they've got little Micro Machine starships, little action figures, and it's all self-contained in these really cool playsets. Now, that's not the end of the list. We also have honorable mentions / stocking stuffers. The first one I want to mention is Star Wars Lego. It's a pretty obvious one. Everybody loves Legos, and the people that like Star Wars usually end up being people who collect Star Wars Legos. The reason I didn't put it high up on my list is because if you're going to be giving these to someone like a kid, I feel like you don't get as much for your money. They're very, very expensive, and they're easy to come apart, and a lot of times if you give these to children, now I'm speaking from personal experience as a father of a 12-year-old and 8-year-old boy who loves Star Wars Legos, once they take them apart, that's it. There's no going back, and that $80 set that you bought it's gone. It's just gone forever. So I don't like the big sets for my holiday list this year, But what I do like is perfect stocking stuffers are the little microfighter sets. Now these are a small box. They usually range about $10. And it's a micro-sized version of the vehicle with a minifig. So the minifigs usually go for about $3 to $4 anyways. The fact that you get a little ship with it, so they can build something if it gets taken apart. It's not that big a deal if it's gone forever. But you at least have a minifig to still play with. So I think those are really, really good stocking stuffers. Speaking of stocking stuffers, one of my favorite items gets to return to the list. Star Wars Micro Machines blind bag. Now, if you're not familiar with what blind bags are, they're these little packages. They're very small. This would go into a stocking perfectly. And you can open it up. And in the morning, you don't know which one you're going to get. In this case, I got a TIE Fighter. There's a cool little TIE. Ooh, see, I'm impressed. I like what they did here. They put a little plastic capsule around the outside so the wings don't get warped. Very nice. And now I have a little miniature TIE Fighter. Like I said, perfect stocking stuffer. And my last stocking stuffer recommendation for 2017 is going to be a new product that just came out this last week called Microforce. Now, it is new in packaging, but it's not really new. It's actually an older toy that were called Micropods that came out a few years back and were discontinued. Hasbro has re-released them. Now they have more vibrant colors, but they're these little packs. They run about $3 each. This is Series 1. Just came out. They started showing up at Toys R Us's. I'm going to see if I can open it. Maybe. I don't see a little perforation anywhere. Oh, there we go. Right down the center. We'll see how big these things are. This is actually my first time opening one for you guys. You get two tiny little figures inside. Today I get a little tiny C-3PO and a little tiny Chewbacca, and they're really cute, cool little sculpts. So if you're into tiny little minifigures, this is a great, great stocking stuffer. Alright guys, now it's your turn. I want to hear what your favorite Star Wars gifts are. Down in the comments below, leave a whole list. Leave everything that you can think of that you would want to put on your own personal list. Do top 10, top 5, top favorite one, whatever it is, whatever you want to see underneath that Christmas tree this year. I want to see what it is. Leave it down in the comments below. Leave this video a thumbs up if you liked having this kind of information thrown at you. Share this with an uncle, a grandparent, a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, anyone who's going to be doing a little bit of shopping this season. Share this video with them because there are links in the description as well as a pinned comment with all of the stuff that I've talked about. They go to my Amazon link, so if you purchase anything through there, do any of your shopping, full disclosure, I get a little percentage of whatever it is that you spend, whether you buy a Star Wars toy or whether you buy bathroom cleaner. I still make a little bit of money off of it. That's how I support the channel. The cool thing is it doesn't cost you anything extra, which is why I like using them. Again, be sure to share this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Dano channel. Be part of the Dano channel family. Use a little force on that bell down there so you'll be part of the Sad Baby Squad. So if you watch the videos, you'll know what that's about. But I think that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Really, I appreciate it. Again, like, comment, share, all the good stuff. And then, you know, may the force have with you. And goodbye forever.